Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Sense Savvy Small Business Webinar. I am Tiffany Vaughn, certified public accountant and owner of Sense Savvy, your top financial resource for all things finance. Thank you so much for joining today. I'm truly excited to talk about some of the topics that come across in my business consultations all the time with you today. We're going to be getting into a lot of the pain points and remedies to resolve those today. Super excited that you're here. I always tell my clients success begins with a single choice. And I, again, thank you for choosing me today to assist you in your business. So with that, let's get started. So today's agenda. So first, I always like to tell new clients a little bit about myself, my business. I think it just kind of builds that trusting relationship, when dealing with finances and your business. It's personal, right? So just want you to know a little bit about me and what I do and how I got into business, finance, and ultimately my company. So we'll talk a little bit about Sense Savvy. Then we're going to talk about the training audience. So, time is money. I want to make sure that you are watching and this really does suit what you're looking for in your business. So we'll talk a little bit about who this training is directed towards. And I just want to make sure that you are here and this is, what you are looking for, and that we can work towards that goal together. So again, the areas of focus. So today it's all about small business pain points, whether you're just getting started in your small business and entrepreneurship journey, or if you've been doing it a little bit of time. There are certain common small business pain points that we all go through. So we'll be talking about those today and some tools and recommendations on how to remedy those. And then ultimately, I want to talk through how we can get your business running and growing today, because the ultimate goal is to get your entrepreneurship journey off on the right foot and growing for you to achieve your financial and business goals. So we'll talk a little bit about how potentially I can be of service to you to get that going. So a little bit about me. So I always knew I liked numbers. I always knew I wanted to be a businesswoman. There was something just about 1+1 always being 2, versus some of the other kind of career paths and choices that I could have taken. So I was always I loved numbers. So started my higher education at Michigan State University, go green, and got my Bachelor of Arts in Finance. That subsequent year, I got my master's in accounting. And the year after that, became a licensed certified public accountant. So as I was going through my curriculum, I learned that, I love business. I love to learn how businesses work. I want to understand how they operate. And then ultimately, that led to me starting my career in public accounting, specifically in the audit sector. I know, audit, scary, but we're really nice people. But that was my way of really learning how businesses operated and how they were supposed to operate. So did that for over a decade. And then kind of continuing on this timeline, some personal things that took place in my life. I got married to my high school sweetheart, Sebastian. We had our first son, Sebastian Jr., SJ, shortly after that. About 3 or 4 months after I had SJ, started my company, Sense Savvy. And we'll talk a little bit about that on the next slide. And then continuing the timeline, had my second son, Malachi, in 2019. And then most recently, our daughter, Bellamy. And that's all of us in our holiday photo down there. So it's always interesting. You can get most people to look at the camera at the same time. There's always one person who doesn't, but it's an awesome picture. I will take it as a win. So Sense Savvy. So who are we? So again, about 4 months after I had my first son, I started Sense Savvy. I'm the owner. And we are a financial literacy company based out of Michigan. So our goal is to advocate for and support those who want to increase their financial literacy and achieve their personal or business financial goals. So we teach the importance of financial literacy, and ultimately we are kind of four main lines of service. So we have our personal finance service, which would be helping those trying to understand their kind of monthly budgeting, credit education, which is huge, so important, retirement consideration. So helping those who are looking towards retirement to get that set up and make sure that they're on the right path, whether they are 5 years away from retirement or 35 years away from retirement, just making sure everybody is getting set up on the right path there. I am a CPA, certified public accountant. So, taxes can come with that. So I do personal taxes, tax preparation and planning, businesses, non-for-profits, estate taxes as well. Why we are here today, my third line of service, small businesses. So I love helping small businesses and entrepreneurs on their way from a financial accounting perspective, get organized and set up. I help with bookkeeping. Of course, I do the business taxes for that as well. And then I also assist them with just kind of looking through their current processes and assisting them in just some maybe tweaks or recommendations to help things operate a little smoother. And then finally, most recently, I became a licensed life insurance broker. So helping those looking for life insurance. I always say we can never, never, never have the conversation of overall personal finances without life insurance. It is so important and critical to the success of your financial, I guess, life. So always just thinking through, like, even in your own personal finances, do I have life insurance? Have I had that conversation with my family to make sure that is in place? It's super, super important. And really specific to small businesses, we have helped thousands build their business through kind of our online presence, the consultations I've done over the last 5-6 years. We have helped a lot of small businesses get up and running, because I always, again, tell my clients it's better to get your business set up properly at the front end than trying to figure it out or get it fixed way, way, way down the line. It's just easier to get started off on the right path, right? So we love to help small businesses in that vein. So who is this training for? So if you are tired of in your business time and money management issues, pardon me, if you are tired of brand awareness issues, so you've been doing a lot of things, but it's just not connecting with the audience that you believe is your ideal client. If you have lots of issues with your operations or your administrative issues within your business, this training is for you. We're going to be talking about all of these, and quite frankly, these 3 points here are the common pain points I hear small businesses have. Even in my own journey, these would be those kind of top ones that you see a lot. So if you are ready to solve those pain points, get your business running and growing and achieve those goals, that is our purpose and mission of this training today. If you stay to the end. So, of course, you're going to receive tons of small business operational information. We're going to really dive into each of those pain points and what you can do to get those resolved in your own business. You can learn what you need to do to get your business running and growing. And you will have a game plan to help you achieve those business goals. And of course, I am, again, at heart, true financial advocate. We're going to be getting you some bonus guides to help you achieve your financial goals, given one of the programs that we run. Should you be interested in that, we have a really good investment for you today. So with that, let's get started. Pain point number one, probably the most common. I hear, Tiff, my small business does not have enough money. I hear it a lot. And I really want to kind of dive into kind of what that means, because it could have a couple of meanings. So the first meaning is, it could be that you have no money or funding to operate the business, right? So I need to buy inventory. I need to advertise. I need a marketing budget. So there's the kind of no funding of the operational running of the business. The second meaning is that you're not making enough money in the business. So, you have your service or product out there and it's just not connecting with who you believe your ideal client or customer is. So, what are kind of the tips kind of for these two, regardless of which meaning you mean in your business? So, step one is truly to identify and capitalize on the opportunity that you're looking to solve. So, when I started my business, I said, okay, I'm sitting here, in my kind of late 20s, early 30s. And I know a lot of people are kind of in my situation. They're, in their career, they've taken on a lot of debt or an investment from their education to get into the career that they're in. There's a lot of maybe debt continuing to pile or front loaded. They may be living at their means or even slightly above their means, which can lead to, living paycheck to paycheck. What can I do sitting here as a CPA with this finance knowledge? What can I do to assist those in making more responsible financial choices? How can I get that message out to help people increase their financial literacy? So really identifying kind of what that opportunity is, what you're trying to solve, and then capitalizing on that or creating something to solve someone else's problem. Then, once you've done that, regardless if it's a service or a product, you need to do your research. You need to see who the competition is. What are they doing? How are they coming to market? What are they offering, right? What is the value of what they are doing? Not necessarily for you to, copy it, but to see, okay, if this is the space that you want to be in, what are others in that space already doing? How can you either be a little different from that because we want to be unique and add value? Or what are some of the things that you admire and want to make sure that your business also encompasses? Then you have to do your pricing research. So this may be a little more for that meaning number two, right? So you have to see what is the ideal price point for whatever you are trying to sell, right? Because pricing is super important, right? Because that can be a deal breaker if you're in the right space. You don't want to price yourself out of your target market, but you also don't want to underprice based off of the value that you are bringing to the table. And then your niche research. So every industry has a little bit of different tweaking or the way that you have to go to market, right? So for example, in the financial industry, it's really hard for me to just put out on social media, hey, let me do your taxes, or hey, let me help you with your, retirement plan, right? Finances are very, very personal, and you have to build trust with whoever my ideal client is. I have to build trust with them before, having them give me the honor and privilege of helping them with that. So depending on what audience, what industry you're in, you really have to do the research on kind of how you're going to go to market, how you're going to connect with your customer. And then finally, make sure you know the value of what you have to offer, right? So as I said earlier, I started my career in auditing. And for audits, I was working with public clients, SEC clients. Everyone is required to get an audit, right? It's a requirement. So how sometimes our clients would think of that is, okay, well, it's a commodity, right? I get the same thing from whatever audit firm I'm working with because I have to. So they would always say, well, what's the price differential? Because I have to get it from someone. So who has the best price? So thinking through that, when I was in auditing, I had to make sure that I added value on top of kind of that kind of commodity thinking. So I had to say, okay, well, yes, you have to get an audit, but here's what else of value we're going to, add. So a value adds basically, so that it's not just this commodity service you're getting from me, you're getting that in addition to added value that you may not get from a competitor. Okay. So just really understanding what value do I have to offer. There can be hundreds of companies that are doing the same thing, thousands that are doing the same thing that you are doing at the commodity level. How do you differentiate yourself from everyone else? And there is space for everyone. Let me just say, space for everyone. Have you ever been down the bread aisle and seen hundreds of different bread companies? There is space for everyone. So remember that. Just make sure that you know what value you are offering, and make sure that that is communicated. All right. Pain point number 2. I don't have enough time in the day to run my small business. I get it. I get it. I get it. I had, when I started Sense Savvy, brand new baby, full-time job, running a household. I understand. And this is truly a common problem that every small business owner deals with, especially if they are coming from another career or they have like a full-time job. Everyone has to deal with this and figure out, how do I manage the time? And you're trying to, maximize your efficiency. As a new small business, you want to reduce your costs, you want to save money. Budgets are tight when you're just getting started. So here are a couple of things that even I've used in my business, to figure out how to use the time that I do have efficiently. You got to start with a to-do list. I love my sticky notes. I have them everywhere. If you could see my office, of what do I want to accomplish today? What do I need to get handled this week, this month? And you break it down. So you have your to-do list, you write it all out, and then you need to prioritize. So I, kind of do a brain dump of, okay, here's everything I need to do today. And then I prioritize. I put, okay, I need to do this one first and then second and so on. Right. And then this is another thing that I do. Like after the day is over, I see what I was able to accomplish, and always give yourself credit for what you have accomplished. Even if it's not everything, give yourself credit. And then the next day decide, okay, what do I need to execute on, and get done for the next day. Okay. Also, what I do is when I'm prioritizing those tasks, even if I need to get 100 things done, being realistic with yourself and saying, okay, yes, I have a lot of things on my to-do list, but realistically, what is going to get done today? And maybe star those and focus on those, call it a win. And you just keep slowly, taking crossing things off of your list. I love when I can cross something off of my list. It makes me feel happy inside. Even if I've done something that didn't make it to the list, I will write it down just to cross it off. Give yourself credit. And then kind of leading to kind of longer term, giving yourself and implementing shorter term goals that help you reach those long term goals, right? So even getting ready for this webinar with you all today, all of the things that I wanted to do, all the things I wanted to talk about, I put a list together and said, okay, this is what I'm working on today with my small business webinar. These are the things and topics that I want to make sure we are covering. Let me make sure that, I'm getting these things done and into the content that we'll talk about today, and just putting that to-do list together to get it done. And here we are today. Another good thing to help you get organized and help run your small business if you are short on time is a really good CRM or customer relationship management software, where you can keep track of all of your contacts, your leads, your current clients. One that integrates with like a booking or an online service where people can make appointments with you is awesome. Automate, automate, automate. In this day and age of technology, let some of that time crunch be taken away with having some of this automation embedded in your business. So a good CRM tool that again manages all of your contact information, even if it has some marketing included in it, where you can send out email campaigns, text campaigns. It's super, super helpful. So just some things to think about when we're trying to use our time as efficiently as possible. All right, pain point number 3, Tiff. Ooh, this one hits home. One day I feel like I can conquer anything in my small business, and the next day I'm like, I'm not sure what I'm doing or if this is gonna work. Entrepreneurship, this journey is a roller coaster, right? Some days you are on top of the world, like I've got this is working. And sometimes you're at the bottom of the roller coaster, like, whoa, what is happening? Who am I? Why did I think I could do this? And a little bit of that is this kind of imposter syndrome that some people go through of like, who am I to believe that I can be this, in my case, this financial resource and this top financial resource to those who need it? Who am I? Oh, this is, how do people believe in me, or how do I even believe in myself? Like I'm an imposter, right? So here's some of the things that I have done or incorporated to at least get rid of the like, I can't do this mentality, right? Um, it is a must, an absolute must, that you believe in yourself, that you're going to succeed, and that you are confident in the product or service that you are putting out into the world. Okay. It is definitely, in my opinion, okay to feel like, ooh, this isn't its best. But what you do is you continue to refine and improve. And that's where, when we talked about earlier, the research comes in, right? You've got to continue to improve on your product, add value to your product. And it's okay to take in feedback from those who, and that leads into this next point, are a supportive team of mentors and advisors and coaches, right? So I have a team that I call my sounding board. These are, again, people who I bounce ideas off of, and they give me their honest feedback. Okay, not personal, it's business. I trust this group of people, the sounding board I call them, with what I'm doing, what I'm trying to do, and getting their feedback on it. Okay. So making sure that, and making sure that they support you too. They advocate for you too. Right. And that's where that kind of supportive team comes in. And then again, like I said, you need to believe in what you're putting out there, right? You need to be passionate about it. You need to be able to speak to it. And just, it is you are that product or service. When people see you in the business sense, they know this is your product, and it's a good product or a service. So really believing in what you're doing. And of course, you did not come this far to quit now. So I always like take a step back right around the anniversary of when I started my company and say, wow, okay, where was I a year ago? And look at how much I've accomplished in this year. And while there's always new things I want to do and things I'm continuing to work on, just taking a moment to say, okay, if I stop now, everything that I've done over the past several years, like why did I do that? So kind of staying the course, even if it's a roller coaster, staying that course and continuing to fulfill whatever your mission or your vision is for your business. So in my case, becoming the top financial resource for all things finance for those in their personal life, their business life, for their family, being that financial advocate for as many people as I can reach is my vision. So I'm going to keep working on it and manifesting it. And I want you to do the same for your business. Number 4, I am not clear. Excuse me. I am not clear on my short and long-term business goals. So, um, a lot of times when we continue to make changes in our business, like continually changing the product or services we're going to offer, or even just the whole idea of what we're doing, some of that can come from, fears that we talked about in the third business pain point. Fear of failure, not being good enough, not really loving and believing in what you're doing, or suddenly, you are succeeding and the spotlight is on you, right? So what can we do about this? So I always say, focus on a long-term goal and just make changes that will help you accomplish that goal, right? So thinking long term, what do I want? And in your day to day currently, making sure that, hey, if I make this change to the service, or if I add this type of product, is this still getting me towards that long term goal that I am trying to reach? If yes, great. If no, let's refine, let's, edit and see, okay, well, what is that long term goal? And always just making sure that what you're doing daily is toward the success of that long term goal. Okay. Also, setting long term goals. So, do you have a 1 year plan, a 3 year plan? And I would probably stop at a 5 year plan, because just with the way the world is changing, probably, have a 1 year, a 3 year, 5 year max, just goals that you want to achieve. Writing those down. And again, looking to those to make sure that at what I'm doing every day is it in hopes of achieving those goals. Yep. Do your daily actions and implemented tasks support the goal? We've talked about that. And then, avoid switching from one business opportunity to another. There is no easy button in entrepreneurship. Okay. I wish there was a way to say, all right, this is what I want to do. It's all, set up for me in a nice package, nice bow. Here it is. And then I just go hit the easy button. Not the case. There's a lot of growing pains and just learning lessons through your entrepreneurship journey. So just making sure you are clear on what it is that you're trying to achieve, and then continuing to work towards that. Pain point number 5. I can't keep up with current industry and business changes. Listen, business is continually changing, okay? Especially online. So if you do a lot of business like e-commerce, a lot of your business success is from being online. That's changing every day. So if you stop learning, right? If you stop growing or believing like, hey, this is how I'm going to run my business. I'm done. I've drawn my line in the sand. This is how it's going to be forever. Your business will not continue to grow as you would want it, right? Just think about in the last 10 years, just given all of the technology advances, just think about all of the businesses that you no longer see around. One of the ones I think of a lot, and not to name a name of it, but just think about going to the movie store, renting movies, VHSs, I'm dating myself, DVDs, just going and renting one. Where are all of those businesses now, right? Things have changed. You have to adapt and be flexible in your business. So first off, the world is going to change. Your industry is going to change. We just need to make sure that we can change with it. Again, endless businesses, jobs that existed years ago that are now gone. It's called disruptive technology, right? And it's happening all the time. There's new ways of doing things, disrupts the current status quo. And we want to make sure that we're staying up to date on those new developments. Your business has to have a plan to adapt and grow with your clients' needs. And some clients, and even I'll use myself as an example, many years ago, for tax purposes, probably doing tax prep, on my desk with all of my papers in tow, writing it out. That's no longer the norm, right? So technology has saved us, has helped us make things go a lot quicker, more efficient. So, doing tax prep online or on the computer and having my clients sign, electronically sign things. We don't have to necessarily meet up in person to get documents signed and mailed off. You're automatically sending tax returns to the IRS via the computer and online versus me putting a stamp on a return and putting it in the mail. So you have to adapt and grow with those client needs, and just ultimately just like remaining agile. So just continuing to stay on top of those developments within your industry and figuring out how you can adjust or adapt to that, and having a plan in place to do that is critical, is crucial if you want your business to continue to grow. Okay. Pain point number 6. My small business does not have a clear marketing plan to attract and retain my target customer. Now, I will say this. I am by no means a marketing expert, marketing guru, but I have been through the marketing in my company. I know what will work, what does work, what did not work. And this is just a common challenge that many brands face, especially, again, if you are not a marketer or sales, that is not, in your DNA. And it definitely was not in mine when I was starting out. So common challenge with small businesses, ultimately your goal, you want to be able to reach your target market, right? I want to know, especially in the online world, how do I get to my ideal client? How do I sift through all the people on the internet to find my target ideal client, right? That can be really difficult to do. And then just online marketing in general can be scary, right? You don't know where to put your financial resources to from a marketing perspective that is going to work the best for you. It can be scary. It can be overwhelming. So here's some tips that I have learned. So typically small businesses have a smaller customer pool, right? So you want to definitely use that to your advantage. If you're local, like focusing on, okay, maybe I don't need to, right now market to the entire world. Let me focus on my community in my local area, which helps kind of drill down on who you can funnel your marketing efforts to. Learn who your ideal customer is and that market and what they respond to, right? So maybe working with, if my service is for kind of someone in their kind of mid 30s, has been out of college several years, has a small family, that may be a different marketing approach and plan than maybe someone who is ready for retirement, right? So really understanding, okay, here's the service that I'm trying to offer. Who is my ideal client? And then understanding, okay, if this is my ideal client, where would I find them? What type of technology are they using? Are they using technology? Should I use a different route to connect with them, right? And a bigger budget doesn't necessarily mean you have a bigger impact, especially if you're marketing to the wrong customer or in the wrong manner. Again, a lot of in my industry with finances, it's very personal. It's very private. The way that I market sometimes comes through networking, right? So that's not necessarily me, putting out a big billboard or some ad online. It's really connecting with people, and working with people and then having them refer more ideal potential customers to me. So it just really depends on your industry and the ideal customer, where they're at. That really kind of starts the determination on how you're going to connect with them. So it's on that front end, just really understanding what I'm trying to, who and what I'm trying to get to from a marketing perspective, and how should I go about that, and really thinking, hey, is this ideal customer on this platform? No? Okay. Then let's figure out where they are and really, really funnel your resources to that. Another thing that I have found to be helpful is to post and share content consistently. If you're a service, giving out tips and tools online, consistently posting it, whether it's on your social media, if you have a Facebook group, a business page, um, posting consistently will help get your message out there. And the more people see that messaging, the more likely it is that they will, number one, remember you, and two, remember to come to you if they need that assistance. I've had so many consultations where, and I'm always interested too, like, how did you hear about Sense Savvy? How did you find us? And when that person says, "Oh, I've been following you for years. I've been seeing your content," because sometimes you don't know if it's making it out there into the online world, but it's always reassuring that, okay, like, what I'm putting out there is getting to people. So making sure that you're posting consistently and sharing consistently. Another thing is repeat sales and referrals are crucial to the success of your business. It is great to get new clients, right, that have never worked with you before, bought your product, but what you want to focus on are recurring clients who keep coming back, repeat customer sales, because that's really going to help you in the success and the growth of your business versus that opportunity and cost to get a brand new customer every single time. So good product, good added value, posting consistently, and working towards that repeated sale and referral from businesses is what you're looking for. And again, like I said, not a guru. I know a little bit. I've been in the world of trying to figure out the best way to connect with my clients, my ideal customer. So hopefully that helps you get started with all things marketing. Final pain point I want to talk about today. I don't have enough knowledge yet to set up my business or help it continue to grow. So I always tell when I'm having my small business consultations, when I hear this, completely understandable. I would be shocked if all of us who started businesses knew every single step and had all of the knowledge to get it set up to continue to grow it. That is understandable. Where you can get into trouble or it can be an issue is if you don't recognize that and have some sort of mentor, advisor, someone to help you navigate, right? That's where we run into the issue. Okay, so not knowing everything, understandable, but not seeking out assistance or a mentor, that's where you can set yourself up not to succeed. So what I recommend is, in the industry that your business will be in, making sure you're looking for experts and professionals already in that industry who are running a successful business, and reaching out to them for mentorship, or just to have a conversation around, hey, here's what I'm trying to do, any advice you can give me. We talked a little bit about it earlier, researching and looking at the competitors or businesses who are already in the space you're trying to get into, and seeing what they're doing and how they are running their business. Financials are a huge part of running your business, right? I always say understanding the financials helps you make better operational decisions, right? Knowing where your money, your funds are going towards, can help you make different decisions that can help change the trajectory of your business. So connecting with a CPA, a financial advisor, primarily, hopefully me, to assist you with that is critical, right? Because you want to surround yourself with people who can help you achieve your goal. As much as we want to do it by ourselves, we we cannot. And having a good team in place to help you where you may not have that expertise or enough knowledge is going to be critical. How many times have I had my clients say, I can understand the numbers, but to have somebody truly like that is their world is going to be helpful for me, so I can take my eyes kind of off of the details of that and give that to someone who can explain it to me so that I can then use that information to run my business. Okay. Also, another good way to kind of start out is finding a course or some sort of consultation that will walk you through the steps necessary to get your business growing. There are some critical steps, I believe, to getting your business up and running. And making sure, again, when we're first starting out, we may not be able to build our dream team, right? Of, hey, you handle the finances, you handle the marketing. But finding a course that can kind of get you organized and say, okay, here's everything you should be thinking about and working towards to get your business organized and running and growing. Finding a course that can help you with that to get kind of your foot in the door on all of these things, I believe is critical. And with that, I want to actually talk to you about an option that I offer to some of my clients or those who have been in my webinar and listened in and are looking for that type of assistance outside of themselves. So, how I always start off my small business consultations, I ask a couple of questions. Number one, are you motivated for your business to succeed? Right? Should be a resounding yes, I am. Are you ready for kind of the peace of mind knowing you have the tools for your business to succeed? Yes, it can be so overwhelming to think about all of the things that we need to do to get our business up and running, right? So having some vehicle to know exactly what you need to do, tools on how to accomplish that, wouldn't that give you peace of mind? Are you, ready for that? Hopefully that is a yes also. And then are you ready to invest in yourself and in your business, right? If yes to all of the questions, then I want you to become Savvy Certified. I am so excited to let you know that I am launching my new online video course just for you, just for new entrepreneurs who really are serious about getting their business running and growing. Introducing the new business blueprint. I don't know if you can hear the smile that I am here beaming. This is an awesome course led by me, new business blueprint, all to get your new business running and growing. So let me tell you about this course and everything that I have jam-packed in for my new entrepreneurs who want to get their business going. So let's start. First off, business structure breakdown. So this is a critical lesson, several lessons about the different ways that you can structure your business. And depending on how you structure it comes lots of legal and tax implications. So I dive deep in to talk about the different structures, and then we decide what is good for you. All right. What else do we have? Dealing with the IRS. About 95% of my small business consultations start off with, Tiff, I need to know what I owe to the IRS, how I can pay less in taxes. Just help me. I don't want to get in trouble with the IRS. So we talk all about the IRS. And again, depending on your business structure, it's going to be a different answer on how you deal with the IRS and how you file your taxes. Brand consistency. So you want to make sure that what you want to convey to the world through your business is what is coming across. So being consistent about who you are as a business and making sure that your brand shows that, okay? We talk a lot about this in the course. The one-page business plan. We are all creatives. We have a lot of ideas swirling around in our head. Let's get those out on paper. I know business plans can be overwhelming, but I have a tool here for the one-page business plan to get your key points out there and keep you organized. And then you have all the thoughts kind of organized on one sheet of paper, not overwhelming. We do a lot of examples on this, and this is a great tool when you're starting out your business. Next, what else do we got, Tiff? Protect yourself in your business. You have worked hard on your vision, bringing that vision to life. We want to make sure that you are protecting yourself and your business, not just your personal assets, but as your business grows, the business assets. So we talk a lot about the different types of insurances you should have. Location lowdown, again, from a tax perspective and a lot of potential legal implications. Where is your business going to reside? Are you going to have a structure? Are you going to have a home-based business? Are you going to have a mobile business? We talk a lot about the different types and what they mean for your business. The 4 P's of business banking. Cannot stress enough how important business banking is. Bank accounts, merchant accounts, we talk about it all and make sure that you are well versed in the 4 P's of business banking. Count your coins. Probably my favorite section of the course. As a CPA, as a small business, it is super important that you keep good record of the activity that is occurring in your business. So we talk a lot about how to do that so that it is not overwhelming, and also how it doesn't get you in trouble down the road there, okay? Social proof marketing. Again, CPA, not marketing expert, but I have gone through building a business, a small business, and I have gone through a ton of marketing strategies. So I want to bring my experience and what works, what doesn't work to you guys. So we talk about how to market your business and get it out there for the world. Now, that's the course, right? But I appreciate your time. I appreciate your investment today. And it tells me that you are serious about getting your business up and running. So as a financial literacy advocate, I want to make sure that I equip you with the tools that you need to run your business. So in addition today to the course, I've got a few bonus offers I want to give to you guys. First, small business survival guide. Just taking it day by day, lots of good points and tips and tools to survive your first year in business, your second year in business. A lot of good tips here. And I actually use this for my business too. Bonus offer number 2. Starting a business is a huge investment, right? We want to make sure that the finances that we're using from a personal perspective and from a business perspective stay in control. So I have here a 30-day step-by-step plan I pulled together about taking control and maintaining control of your finances. Credit, debt, huge in personal and business financial life. I've pulled together a Sense Savvy credit and debt guide that gives all of my FAQs on credit and debt and what you need to do to make sure that you are using credit and debt responsibly to grow financially from a personal and business perspective. Home budgeting template. I do know a lot of my small business owners have homes. I am big on personal budgeting. So I have here a great template for you to budget home personal expenses to keep everything in order. And finally, my 5th bonus offer, we all want to manage and get out of debt. So I have an awesome debt payoff tracker for you to use to get out of debt and continue to build your finances and move to really achieving all of your financial goals. So again, here's the investment, right? We talked a lot about that earlier. Are you ready to invest in yourself and in your business? So everything I talked about, here it all is laid out. This is everything that I am offering to you today for your time and investment. And again, I know you're serious about this. So if I were to really sell or offer these during a kind of normal consultation, well, alone, my starting the business, new business blueprint, online guided course, $12.97. My small business survival guide, again, alone $99. Taking control of your finances guide, $69. The debt and credit guide, $29. The editable budgeting template, $39. And finally, that debt payoff tracker, $29. So if I were to have a consultation and tell that potential client, all right, well, here's everything that we discussed, and here's kind of it all packaged together, almost $1,600, the value of everything that you're going to learn in the course, everything that you're going to be able to accomplish from a financial perspective of taking control of your finances, both personal and business. A little under 1,600, right? But again, today I appreciate your investment of time in learning about the business pain points and what you need to do to resolve and remedy those. Today, for you only, $595. And if you love numbers like me, you can tell that's a 62% off investment. I really believe in this course. I really am an advocate of financial literacy. I hope that, when you're thinking about what makes sense for your business, what are the goals of your business, that this comes to mind. You want to become Savvy certified. You want to get your business running and growing. These are all the things that we've talked about earlier of pain points that will resolve those. Okay. So the entire investment today, again, $595. You should see the link down below. Again, this is for you today only. The pricing will change after today. So I really believe, and if you believe that this is what you need to grow your business, let's get started. I would love, love, love to help you build, grow in your business. In addition to talking about what we can do, I want you to know that I take social proof reviews, testimonials very seriously. I request them of my current clients because that is a way to let those who are not my clients yet know what they can expect, the level of service they can expect with Sense Savvy. I also just think in your business, it is also good practice to get feedback on the products or services that you are offering. It helps you understand how your clients, customers are perceiving your products and services. And it also gives you an opportunity to potentially make some tweaks in how you are offering that product or service. So here we have just a couple of my reviews and testimonials from the services that I have offered. You can also find more reviews of Sense Savvy on our website, sensesavvy.com, as well as our business page via Facebook, Sense Savvy LLC. Super important, and it helps you continue to add value to your products or services by knowing how they're being perceived by your clients. So a few final thoughts. Make that investment in yourself. Start the business. You can do this. Make the investment. Set yourself up for success. Everything that I do, I always ask myself, okay, is this thing setting me up for success? Is this opportunity going to set me up to achieve one of my business or financial goals? So making sure that you're coming kind of to the table with that thought process. Everything that I'm doing, is this investment in this course that, is being offered today to me on this webinar, is that a good investment in myself and my business? Will that set me up for success, right? Turning your passion into a paycheck. Wouldn't it be wonderful if all of us could do what we love all the time and get paid for it, right? I love numbers. I love helping people understand and use numbers to their advantage, whether that is to complete or accomplish a goal, financial goal, to help them understand their personal finances, their day-to-day, help them set up their business. I love helping. I love financial advocacy. So turning that passion for me into a career is amazing. Like that's just a huge win. So I want the same for you. Turn your passion into a paycheck. Okay. There are no excuses. Let's get started today. Right. And again, leaving you with, Success begins with one single choice. What are you going to choose today for yourself? What are you going to choose today for your business? You've already started. You chose this webinar. You chose to spend the time today with me to talk about a few small business topics. You're on your way. Thank you so much for joining, investing the time today. I am honored and appreciative that you are here with me today. I look forward to working with you in the very, very near future. I'm really appreciative of this opportunity, and I want to make sure that I am helping other small business owners with opportunities that will help them grow as well. Thank you so much. Continued success in your financial journey and in your business. Bye.